Brawlers, baby.
What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy Rick Mohamed, Brawler Sports Media in the building. This is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. I got my son, my newly added author and writer and soon-to-be commentator, my man Giovanti Mohamed, a.k.a. GMoney. What's going on, GMoney?
What's going on, man? How's it going?
Oh, man, it's going. It's boxing, so we got some shit going.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's get into it.
Why don't you go ahead and kick it off?
Man, so
let's retract. Take them back to the Areola and the Ruiz fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Weight loss thing and everything that we discussed. Let's start there, and then we'll get to the real juicy stuff.
Okay, so with the Areola Andy Ruiz fight, I think it's a little fresh for Andy Ruiz because he got to adjust to Eddie Reynoso as his new trainer, so that could play a big factor. Him trying to find his way with him. So that could have played a factor in the fight. Because his instructions are new to him and everything's foreign. So. And that big weight loss could have hurt him, Sometimes you don't fix what's not broken, And, I mean, he could get in shape, but I think he might have lost a little bit too much weight.
Exactly. And for the boxing fans who don't understand boxing, they think it's just about going. These guys, they put a lot of sacrifice on the line, taking time away from their families. There's a strict diet that they have to be on. They have to dry their bodies out in order to make and cut. It's called properly cutting weight, if you will. 50 pounds, that is a lot of weight. When he exactly started cutting that 50 pounds up until the night of the fight, I don't know, but I still feel that it was sooner than he should have cut it for that fight. And a lot of times that can affect your mobility, how well you move, the stamina, your legs, and the heat and the light and the sweating makes your legs feel like rubber, if you will. Your punching power tends to go away. So when you're trying to cut that kind of weight because you're that big of a guy and you're trying to come back strong from being, sloppy in the rematch against Anthony Joshua, I get it. And he looked great with the weight off, but did he do it in the ample enough time properly? He should have brought a dietitian in. He should have brought a nutritionist in and done it properly and correctly and not lose any muscle mass tissue. You definitely don't want to, kill your muscle.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of variables in there that probably affected his performance the other week, last Saturday night.
But nonetheless, I mean, that was supposed to be a showcase performance, and it wasn't.
That was been his statement fight, coming back from one, I'm not sloppy and overweight like I was in the rematch with the heavyweight title on the line that I just took and won. Two, I'm back. I'm 50 pounds lighter. I'm stronger, and I'm going to knock Ruiz's ass out.
Right. And
Wilder fans, get back into this title race and try to become the first Mexican ever heavyweight champ again.
Right. And I'm going to be honest, man, I don't know if that's going to happen with the champions that we have right now.
You don't think Andy Ruiz will ever see another strap around his waist as heavyweight?
As long as the champions that remain right now are still champion, I don't think so. I don't think
he wouldn't fight. He wouldn't be. I personally, people are saying, I don't think he'll beat. I think Wilder would run right through Andy Ruiz. Don't get it twisted. Wilder is still a big threat, regardless of how Tyson Fury handled him. But even the old Wilder, I feel, could come back and beat and knock Ruiz out as he is today.
Man, I totally agree. And I think he'll do him like he did everybody else aside from Fury. I think he'll knock Andy Ruiz out cold.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my thoughts precisely. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, that's back on talks of the day. Sounds like they're working that out, and people seem to be optimistic that this fight is happening, as they mentioned weeks ago that they signed a 2-fight deal, and it's going to be taking place in Saudi Arabia. Then we heard last week Joshua and Eddie Hearns was playing games, and Fury's like, hey, play games all you want. Come June, I'm fighting, and even if it's going to be another Wilder Fury 3 in June, so be it. With or without Joshua's blessings in the ring, we moving on. So it looks like that's back on.
What's your thoughts on Fury as a fighter?
For Fury to be as big as he is, a lot of people don't look at Fury's skill set.
Mm-hmm.
His boxing IQ is good for a big man, and his mobility, he's very agile, and he moves gracefully to be that big and to be able to box that big going backwards. Only one heavyweight I know was doing that
Ali.
wisely. That was Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Going back on your toes, popping jabs and shooting combinations and still slipping and shooting angles going backwards and still letting your hands go. I mean, Fury's the bomb. He can fight. I mean, don't take nothing from Fury. Don't sleep on Fury.
You know what I think, man? I think if this Joshua fight takes place and he wins, like I think he will, you got to put him up there as one of the all-time greats of the heavyweights.
If Fury wins like you think he wins.
Absolutely. I mean, think about his track record. I mean, he dethroned Vladimir Klitschko when he was on top. I mean, he may have been towards the end of his career, but he was still, reigning champ.
I think he gets a bad rap because of the drug usage.
Right. But look at his comeback.
Yeah, I mean, he don't talk about his past. Let's talk about his presence and his future moving forward in boxing. And right now, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, everybody's entitled to a second chance. So, hey, who are we to judge?
Right.
So, we past that. Moving on to bigger and better topics. Man, oh, man. This Canelo, Eddie Hearn versus Billy Joe Saunders, guys, the fight is in jeopardy. It's not called off officially, but Billy Joe Saunders' dad said, hey, that Billy Joe Saunders say, we're not going to take this fight if you guys don't give us the 24-foot ring that we requested. However, Canelo and them going to put up, I think, an 18 to a 20-foot ring, knowing if they take Billy Joe Saunders' legs away, he won't be able to showcase his full talent come Saturday night and possibly maybe be the first one to pull an upset. Who knows? So they're saying, with that being said, no 22-foot ring. That's the lowest we'll go, or we're out of here. We're not like these other Brit fighters come over here and you can just tell us, oh, this is what it is. Take the money or don't take the money, and we lay down and take the money. We didn't come in. We came in for the money, but we also came to win and can't accommodate the size ring. That's an amateur size ring. Come on, man.
Man, I totally agree with Billy Joe.
A little bitty ring.
Man, that's insane to me. And if I was Billy Joe, I would fly right back to England too. There's no way I'm taking that fight in an 18-foot, 20-foot ring. No way.
And after listening to his dad makes a lot of sense. He says, basically what his dad said, and they're not stupid because they're Britain or they're Englishmen. He said, everybody kisses Canelo's ass, and it's like when he doesn't get his way, all he has to do is walk off, pout, tuck his tail, and then everybody runs up behind him, kissing his ass, saying, "Hey, okay.
Right.
We'll do it."
Because we're getting the biggest paycheck. We don't care about winning. Let's just do it.
And here's the thing: if you're the best, what do you give a damn about a 24-foot ring?
What is that?
Take ring from him and prove why you're getting all this money from the zone.
But this is very telling, though. What does that say about Canelo? He has some doubt.
He has something. If you want to cut that ring up like that and take his leg, you want to put him in a cat and dog fight.
Exactly. And that's not what Billy Joe's style is. That's just not how he gets down.
You want to put him on the ropes. Fans want to see a good, well-rounded, fair chance fight. Absolutely. Not a one-sided, lopsided fight in favor of yours truly, Canelo Alvarez.
Right.
I just think I don't understand it. Like Billy Joe's dad was saying, the size of the ring wasn't a part of the contract. It was just part of the arrangement and the agreement. And the way fans, this is what you guys don't understand in boxing. There's a contract. It says what I'm going to get. It says what GMoney is going to get. We agree to that. But before we sign that contract, we get what we're called a term sheet. That's a preliminary type way of saying, okay, here's some preliminary terms and what we've discussed on Canelo's side, and here's what Billy Joe Saunders' side has discussed, and here's the terms, what you guys said you want and what Canelo says he wants. And they list those. And you go down. It's like a checklist. And whatever you disagree with, each team comes back with their term sheet. They'll sign and date it, but they'll make notes of, number 5, we're not with this. Number 10, we're not with this. And the same thing with the other opposing side. So you get a term sheet. It's a term sheet to agree upon all the terms. Then the contract comes, which is the hard paper and where you put the wet ink signature on it, and now it's a finalized done deal. We got a venue, we got a purse bid, and let's get ready to roll.
Right. And I don't know. I mean, this could be mind games on Canelo's part, to kind of throw Billy Joe off. But I really don't think it is. I think Canelo really thought he was going to get his way with this ring, get that 18-foot ring or even 20-foot. And I really hope Billy Joe holds his gun on this and sticks to what he says, because there's no way I would do that. Because Billy Joe, I mean, let's be fair, his attribute is his feet. And he knows that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would stick to what he says. And if they don't change that to a 22-foot ring, I'd fly back. And then what are they going to do?
That's exactly what his dad is saying. That, excuse me, his dad is saying that he's stern. They're not budging. And, it's basically what he's saying to Canelo and Team Canelo. If you don't accommodate us with at least, we've already taken 2 feet off the ring from a 24 to a 22.
Right.
If you don't give us that, then fuck off. That's what he said.
Yeah.
We're not going to lay down and take the money and the loss. And he said Billy Joe is in the best shape of his life. Said he's been working on some things in the gym that he didn't even know his son was capable of doing, that he wanted to show out and showcase this coming Saturday night against Canelo. And the dad was saying, I'm speaking like a concerned parent, but me being just a boxing fan and I wasn't a father, I would fly over there to Texas, pay that money to go see this fight, because this is the fight that I would want to see, like all the other fans, father or no father.
Right. I mean, let's be real. Canelo, he's the pound for pound number one. We all know that. But, I mean, he's not invincible. He has lost before.
It's always somebody out there better than you on that night to take your spot. And this is boxing. Anything can happen on any given night in boxing. Even the best have lost. Good example, Hakeem Rockman, Lennox Lewis is clocked. Nobody saw that knockout coming.
Right.
And Lennox fell like Jack the Giant killer, like he was the Green Giant.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that. And then what happened in the rematch? He came right back.
Right, he came right back.
And delivered it right back to him and said, here you go, tit for tat.
I'm just thinking, man, and I can't remember the last time we seen Canelo fight somebody like Billy Joe. The last time was Lara. That was a lot of years ago. And yeah, we know he's gotten better.
More tests, if you will.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him fight this style in I don't know how long. So we can't say, I know he's gotten better, but we don't know if he's gotten better versus fighting somebody that style. And
here's the thing. We need this fight to happen between him and Billy Joe Saunders. And it'd be, give Billy, if you're the best of the best, you're the best and you don't really believe that you're fighting the best Saturday night. That's how disrespectful you are of Billy Joe Saunders. So if you're the best, give him the 24-foot ring, prove us wrong. I'm not up to anything. I'm going to bust his ass in his 24-foot ring and send him back to Brit, and I'm going back to Mexico.
That's because Canelo doesn't want to have to chase him.
Because here's the thing. Because after you fight Billy Joe Saunders, and there's no BS with the judging, there's no BS with this ring, confusion. I want to see you fight Caleb Plant next. I want to see you fight Charlo. We still got some good fights. We want to see you fight.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm not sure he gets past Billy Joe if it happens. I don't think he does. Let's just say, I mean, I understand a ring 18, 20 feet. That is an amateur style ring. 22 feet, and everybody know a boxer. If you're a boxer and you're mobile and agile and you do a lot of movement in your skill set. Yeah. Sugar Ray Leonard loved big rings. Muhammad Ali loved big rings. Sugar Shane Mosley loved big rings. Floyd Mayweather loves big rings. Because I'm a boxer. Exactly, that's what they do. They use their feet.
And but I box mostly than I punch. So I need that room so I can have you come to me.
Yeah, and Canelo wants a small ring because I don't think he's obviously concerned about cutting off the ring, right?
Well, I mean, that's the only way you're going to take a ring away from a boxer.
Exactly.
Cut the ring off and make him fight.
So that tells me that he might be chasing Billy Joe instead of cutting the ring off. And that's going to be a long night for Canelo if that's the case, and he knows that.
Well, we shall see. I don't know. That fight hasn't officially been canceled, boxing fans. So don't say that for sure, because until it comes from Matchroom Boxing,
right.
Actually till it comes from the Zone, Eddie Hearn, since he co-promotes Canelo. It's not officially off the table. And here's the other thing that the dad was saying: if Billy Joe and them stick to their guns, they got some bum standing by to fill in for him to take his place. And he said, you guys as fans who've already paid for tickets to attend this fight, to request refunds and protest this fight and get your money back, because all you're going to do is see a sparring session from Canelo with some nobody that's in the wing.
Yep.
He is 100% facts on that.
Absolutely. Totally in agreement with that.
And I mean, I just feel like I don't know how the zone comes out, gives somebody $300 and some odd million and call them the best athlete in the sport of boxing today and pay them top dollar per fight. And you're giving them, bullshit opponents at times.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably would have been in a while his best tested.
Oh, for sure. Without a doubt.
Starting off 2021 for Team Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair to say.
Oh, absolutely. This is his toughest test since he fought Lara, in my opinion.
Wow. And that's been a minute.
Hey, I'm going to go on record, man. This is what I'm going to say. If this fight gets made and everything gets cleared up, Billy Joe's about to put on a spectacular performance, and I think he's going to win.
Does the judges allow it? Here we go with boxing again. Because
I know.
Anything can happen.
Like me and you said, I mean,
winners get losses.
Right. I hope he doesn't get robbed, but I mean, when you're fighting Canelo, you're already four rounds down no matter what.
And that's what his dad said. Everything is against us because they're catering and pampering him so much. It's everything what he wants. Give Canelo. And it's like, damn us.
Yep.
Who are we? So it's like, he was saying, hey, just give us a fair fight. Let my boy have a fair shot.
Mm-hmm.
By giving us the ring, making sure the referee's fair, making sure the judges are fair, and we're going to do our part, and we came to win. That's what Billy Joe Saunders and his dad is saying.
And I truly believe it. I really do, man. I think Billy Joe is going to do it and shock the world. He's got every attribute to do it, man. And he's a nightmare for Canelo. If he sticks to his game plan, and if he doesn't get tired, I think he wins.
I would like to know if they even have a this will tell you how serious of a fight this is for whoever's going to win. Is there a rematch clause for both of them or either one?
I believe there isn't, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Nobody's discussed it.
Yeah, I don't think there is for this fight.
See?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so if Canelo loses, you're telling me Billy Joe Saunders does not have to give him a mandatory rematch. And Canelo got to walk away or move up to 75 and go fight Arthur Beterbiev like he's talking about doing after this fight. That's what he says he wants next.
Well, you know why I think there's no rematch? Yeah, there's no rematch clause because Canelo's already looking past him. He's talking about fighting Caleb Plant in September.
Caleb Plant, maybe Carlo, but he is talking about moving up to 75.
Right. Yeah.
Beterbiev.
Right, to fight Beterbiev in the future. And he shouldn't look past this dude, man. He shouldn't. And I think that's why, he's making plans ahead of time. Because I don't think he's taking Billy Joe serious.
Now, we know he can box. We know he shoots good angles, pretty decent hand speed. Does he have the power to hurt him and stop him? I don't think this is a stoppage fight for Billy Joe.
No.
It'll be a boxing clinic.
I mean, I agree with you. I don't see him stopping him at all. I think it's going to go 12 rounds, and I think he'll, just put on a boxing clinic. But I thought the same thing with Wilder and Fury. I never thought Fury would stop Wilder. Whoever thought that? Because
of the first fight and the way
and Fury
put him on his ass.
And he's not a big puncher like that. So
he got the 20-second count.
Right. Right. In the first fight.
That should have been a KO.
Yeah.
On Wilder's behalf, but
yeah.
It was more like a 15-second count, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. I'm just saying boxing, it is what it is, man. So
Canelo, we've never seen him hurt before, so I don't think Billy Joe could stop him. I don't see that happen. I see it going 12 rounds. Yeah, but what's crazy is I think Canelo could stop Billy Joe because he does have the power to stop him. I just think Billy's gonna box a clever fight, man, and his IQ is gonna be on point.
Let me tell you something. If Billy Joe Saunders would just use the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, you're a boxer. Go box his ass like Floyd did and let him run into all kind of straight overcross right hand, step around and don't be there, back on your dad, pop, 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 pop. Back in the center of the ring you go.
It could be more difficult because he's a southpaw.
True.
I'm saying more difficult for Canelo because, I mean, that's a total different angle. So Billy Joe might really give him some problems with that,
Well, you got it, boxing fans. Hey, it's here live on the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. It is fight week. Whether we have a Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo Alvarez fight, it's going to be a fight. Let's just hope to hell we don't have a bum replacement and that Billy Joe Saunders, and I really do hope he sticks to his guns and stand up for himself and let Team Alvarez and if Eddie Hearns has something to say or do with it, stand by his word and walk away. Walk away, because if you're not going to be fair, then we don't have a shot in hell.
They don't.
We don't have a shot in hell. So yeah, It's fight week. We're gonna get a fight. May not get the fight we had programmed to see this coming Saturday night, but we just thought we'd sum it up because there are a lot of vloggers and bloggers and articles out there about fight canceled. The fight has not yet officially been canceled by either the Zone and or co-promoter Eddie Hearns from Matchroom Boxing. So don't get caught up with what you're reading and seeing. Is it in jeopardy? Absolutely. This fight is definitely in jeopardy because of a ring size difference that Billy Joe Saunders and his team did not agree to. And Canelo and them, they just built and put this ring up without having a discussion. And that is not okay in this business. That is not okay. Like they say, boxing, it's a business. Then let's all act like we're businessmen and do the right thing by one another. So,
yeah, I agree. Give everybody a fair shake.
You got anything to add in closing, G-Money?
No, just pretty much what you just said, man. I just hope this fight gets made. It's going to be the best opponent Canelo has faced in a long time. And this is what we need to see. This is what the sport needs. We don't need a replacement, like you said, no bum or nobody on the last minute who trained for a week. And Canelo stops him in 2 rounds.
I hope nobody talks Billy Joe Saunders down.
Right. So, just take it. Just take it.
Man. You can beat him. You can beat him.
Nope, don't do that.
Fight on your terms because he's getting all his terms.
Exactly. I 100% agree with that.
Business is business.
Yep.
Fight on your terms. He's getting his terms. Make sure you get what you're asking for. That's business. Like boxing fans, I try to tell them, it's not just about boxing and putting the gloves on, lacing up, putting the shorts on, and going out there doing your thing. Learn this business. If you learn this business, nobody can screw you over.
Yep.
Nobody. Well, that's it for now, boxing fans. Hey, I just want to always send a shout out and let people know that we're not out of this pandemic thing. Cases are still rising, whether you're vaccinated or not. You're in around groups of people, wear your mask, vaccinated or not. Only if you're not around people, President Biden said you can take your mask off. Let's stay masked up like it's still March of last year so we can keep these cases down and stop these deaths. Stay masked up, continue to practice social distancing, keep your hands clean. And until next time, it's your boy Rick Mohamed, my main man G-Money. It's the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. This is Brawler Sports Media, baby. Till next time, y'all already know what I'm going to say. Let's go, champ. All right, G-Money, we out, baby.
All right.
Brawlers, baby.